We were on a beach vacation and I was opening a gate and I cut my foot on a rock and it got infected. And at the same time there was a bump on my neck and the bump didn't go away, and so Uncle Evan, or Dr. Ryder, commented that it should have gone away with the antibiotic, so he sent me to get a biopsy. I found out that I had papillary thyroid cancer.
When Melissa and Charles came over, and feeling this enlarged lymph node, I knew right away it wasn't something that should be there, and knowing from them that it had been there for a long time, right away I was fearful that it was going to be something bad and potentially a cancer.
I was traveling, and so Melissa had to get the diagnosis by herself, and she really didn't want to tell Charles yet because we didn't really have a detailed diagnosis. So she called me, and it was one of the worst phone calls, obviously, I've had in my life. And being apart from my wife at that time was really tough.
We're so fortunate to have Uncle Evan, Dr. Ryder, in our family, though, that without that connection, Charles wouldn't have had the fast track to appointments and the treatment that we have. He's our hero.
So he had a pretty complicated surgery, actually. We had to take out his whole thyroid gland, and the cancer had gone to the lymph nodes on both sides of his neck and in the middle of his neck. So we had to take all of the lymph nodes out on both sides of the neck and in the middle of the neck. And so the whole surgery took 10 hours.
At VCU, the care was honestly incredible. It was obviously not a great time for me. And visits from Uncle Evan and visits from all the nurses in my family and everyone who just came by and made sure that I was doing okay, it really made it a little bit more bearable.
And that's why kids are so amazing too, because they do well after big things like this. But it's amazing to see him doing so well. We've been following him for a while, and we haven't seen any disease come back in his neck at all, and that's really encouraging.
After the surgery, I knew I wanted to do something surgical because I wanted to help people that had gone through something at least similar to what I did. And then the summer of 2018, so last summer, I did an internship here with Uncle Evan, and I shadowed him and I watched a lot of surgery with him, and I just really enjoyed watching all the surgeries and the intricacies behind them, and I found it all really interesting.
So now that we're at this stage 3 years later of planning a future, it couldn't be more exciting, and I mean, we just want the world for him like any parent does.
It's amazing to see how well he's done, considering he's had a lot of treatments. Yeah, we're very proud of him. Very, very proud of him.